Greetings, my fellow exiles. Welcome back to Path of Exile 2. It's the Heritor, and we are continuing on with our lore playthrough of Path of Exile 2. If you've been enjoying these episodes, do drop this video a like. This series is, unfortunately not getting all that much attention. Probably a bad time to do it with so many other people also posting Path of Exile 2 content, but I wanted to do it, and I don't know, I thought maybe it might be cool, something slightly different to have a more lore-focused Let's Play, as opposed to most people which are doing, more standard, just playing through the game, enjoying the mechanics and all that. So, we are in the hunting grounds, immediately getting attacked by railgun crabs and critters. I gotta remember how to do this build. Now I do. Alright. Okay, so a couple of things. In the previous episode, we have been following the traces, or basically we're trying to get closer to the Count of Ogham, his manor, and we were given a couple of quests by some of our friends in Clearfell, including Una. She wants us to find a loot within the Farmlands, and Renly wants us to find his smithing equipment within the Ogham village. So we gotta head there. We also assisted Finn in figuring out what all of these rituals were meant for in this hunting grounds area, and we found the bandit town of Freythorn and disrupted some sort of ritual there where they were either summoning or worshipping the King in the Mists, who we then defeated. We don't know exactly what the King in the Mists is, but it was a pretty cool fight. Now, I am of course playing this game with other characters. I'm deliberately not going farther than where I am with Malanthae here. However, this does mean I will occasionally get drops, items that are quite good for Malanthae. I did get one such item, a unique in fact, the Crown of Thorns. Gives a whole lot of energy shield, makes me lose 5 life whenever I use a skill, and I gain 4 to 8 physical thorns damage, so whenever somebody damages me, they take 4 to 8 physical damage back. And we get pain attunement, which means I deal less critical damage bonus when on full life, but more critical damage bonus when on low life. Now I still think I'm not doing crits at all, so that's completely useless on me, but you know what, that's fine. Because we have all kinds of really cool stuff. I'm actually going to swap some of these skills around here. I might even throw this onto here. And we definitely don't need the left click, because I am switching this out. Honestly, I'm going to do it like that. There we go. Because I'm using the WSAD. It's so much better.
I am the apex. More mana.
Okay. There we go. We get our curse blasts going. Now, my mana stability is terrible, so I need to do something about that, but we can get around there. So we're definitely going to need to get some. I think for most enemy mobs, we don't really need to worry about using the Enfeeble. The regular curse is going to do it. However, if we got blue mobs, I'm definitely going to use Enfeeble, and we just gotta continuously use our curse here. All right. Well, we may as well do this. It's a bunch of free XP. I did drop the curse there because there's a lot of them, so we'll get extra benefit. As you can see, it's going fairly effectively. All right. Oh, hi. You're still alive. Okay, I don't think this is actually going to trigger anything. Yes. No. All right.
Wow. This is ominous.
Sure is, Finn. Sure is. Let me adjust the volume a little bit more. Dialogue volume's at full. I think I just need to turn up my computer volume. There we go. All right. So we got to find our entrance into the Farmlands. I did not mean to grab that. We kind of don't need to pick up white items anymore. They're not really worth selling. We probably don't need to pick up blue items anymore either, unless they're relevant to us, but having gold and more orbs after disenchanting is nice, especially now that they're all, you can freely identify, which I love. So that means you can get more money out of them if you want to sell them. Okay. Continue looking around. We just got to find some sort of exit off this area. I think this might be it. Nope, this is going to bring us to Freythorn. Shit. So we got to look somewhere else. So the Cemetery of Eternals is down there, so our exit's probably going to be here. Again, randomized map layout every time. Love it or hate it. I kind of like it. Changes things up a little. Nice. Completely missed. All right, these large thorn barriers are getting in my way. Hi. Antler focus, okay. Nope.
Away.
Okay. Ah, these are the arcane remnants, these little pale blue or pale white flames. That was from our spirit ability. Let's grab a few of those. They're not super relevant right now because we're not really getting into the point where we're almost dying at all here. Okay, here we go. Ogham Farmlands. So, new area. Excited. I've been playing these old areas quite a bit and itching for something new. Okay. Ooh. Just regular rabid dogs. I feel kind of bad. Chicken? Chickens are not hostile. Ooh. Oh, okay, they're in the grain. Love it. Don't go into the long grass. I'm gonna take the amulets, absolutely, even if they're white, because those are just useful. Can loot some of these. Got a nice support gem. These are just rotting like farmers, which is most unfortunate. Okay, I am getting shanked here. And we have these decrepit mercenaries. He's also undead? Probably. Alright, down they go. I took a lot of damage there. More so than I needed. Let's make sure we explore everything. You never know what you might find. Also, what's in this area? What do we got to keep a lookout for? So, Una's hut and a crop circle. And I think this is in the village region. Okay. Crop circle, huh? Aliens? Hope not. Or rather, some stooges trying to dupe us all into thinking it's aliens. More werewolves. Seems like this place had a werewolf problem. Dead livestock. Grab the remnants. Oh, what is that? Scarecrow beast. That one's a bit tougher, but not so bad. And there were also like a crow enemy. So we're just gonna swing around the edges and then we'll fill out the middle. Nice, a greater mana flask. Do we already have a greater mana flask? I think so. Iron rune. We'll always pick up runes. They're not so useful on our character because, you know, we can't use runes on non-martial weapons, but I will actually identify these on the off chance they're better. I need the spirit from the rattling scepter. Also, I should augment some of these items, and yeah, I can do some enchantment here. We're kind of running a little bit unoptimized here. My apologies. This one is, you know, may as well take the blue one. won't currently have any mana or currently have any charge on it, but that's okay. 15 strength. I don't really use strength, but I'll equip it because I got nothing better for it, and we may as well use this support gem. Could always drop this on the curse. No, I cannot. Okay. We can drop it on essence drain. Don't really need it on essence drain. We can drop it here though. Okay, Grim Feast. So this is our, you know, we're harvesting the remnants. We can take Clarity, 30% increased mana regen. While this is active, it'll reserve an additional 10 spirit, but I can handle that. Got 34 spirit left, so why the hell not? Okay, so that's going to help with our mana regen. Clarity used to be its own aura skill before, but now they've relegated it to a support gem, which is fine. All right. Warden bow. I think that's a new type of bow. It's a fairly grim environment here. All these dead and bloated sheep about. I like the fields. It's cool. You're like, you can't fully see what's ahead. Kind of gotta watch for, yeah, the movement in the stalks. Very cool. I would really like to get a multi-shot on my essence drain. I'm not sure if that's still going to be a thing. It's probably a higher level support. This is a very atmospheric area. I like it quite a bit. Okay, so that's going to lead to the village. Good to know.
Whither away?
All right, can't go that way, so we'll go around. Bread. Okay. Well, blasted carts, but another dead end, so it's good. We're kind of rounding off the map here. Here's our crop circle. What have we here? Is it just like a gauntlet? It's a gauntlet. I'm gonna drop all of the debuff we can. Get everything going. Okay. Is that it?
Death is my power.
I guess it's just a guaranteed rare enemy fight. What did we get out of it? Just some level 4 skill gems. Do we need anything? I don't think so. I'm going full occult, though my skill gems here aren't finding too much use. There's really cool combos you can do. Like, I'm kind of experimenting around with a, I have no idea how it's going to pan out, but like an alchemist witch. So using the crossbow, like I want to try out the gas grenade because this basically has a detonate effect. So you throw a grenade, it creates a gas cloud, and then you can detonate it with fire, which normally like you would do that with the explosive grenade. But I kind of had the idea of like running a witch alchemist with the gas grenades and then using either the firebolt from the fire staff or potentially down the line like incinerate. I'm not there yet, so right now it's just a crossbow witch, which works fine.
More mana.
Ah, when the curse blast goes, it goes. Okay. I'm just filling out all the areas. I'm not sure we need to. Like, we're looking for a hut. That's going to be pretty big on this map. So I think we can ignore some of the other smaller areas. So it's nice that you can see the different points of interest on the map. Like, on the world map, I mean. Means you don't have to endlessly search around. Like, once you find the things you've discovered, everything there is to be discovered. Of course, you can always get, you know, rare enemies and that type of stuff. And get lucky with drops, but that can happen anywhere. So there's no real reason to continue exploring a map. Unless you just like to farm the area for one reason or another. Not really sure how targeted farming is going to work here. In Path of Exile 1, there were certain items or certain uniques that would only drop off of certain enemies. So you would like farm certain areas. You know what, skeletons, you go handle that. I'm gonna go grab this. We're gonna loot that. Get it?
The girls' loot. But dear me, what a desperately boring home.
All right, calm down. This Grelwood heirloom hums softly with latent emotion, imbued by centuries of songs passed from mother to daughter. So is there a tradition within the, what are they called? The Azamite culture, that the women are musicians? Or is it just specific to this family? The family that Una's from. We leveled up. Very nice. Okay, I'm not really accurately able to target here, so we're gonna use our Doom Blast here. Pathfinder coat. That is a new item type, but it is evasion based. Looks cool though. So let's see, where are we going? We were heading this way now so that we could get Lingering Horror and a Zone of Control. So first thing we do is here, we'll get more intelligence. At some point I'm gonna grab a strength. We have one. No, we got two already. We probably don't need it. Yeah, then we'll go up here. Increase the chaos damage and skill effect duration. Both of those things are going to benefit me, so. I'm just exploring around to see the rest of the environment a little bit. Then we can double our way back. Yeah, the Enfeebling Curse is pretty mana intensive. That is because we have 2 support gem slots on it. Okay. This looks like the edge of this area, so let's just head back. Who knows what's going on behind me? So we're gonna head into Ogham Village. Although, might be in our best interest to actually portal back. Wrong button. And give the loot already. And see if there's any lore that we got from this place. Because sometimes if you progress, certain dialogue options won't show up anymore. I'm interested more in this singer tradition that Una's family has.
You found my loot. I can't quite believe my eyes. This feels like having a small part of my family back again. I cannot thank you enough. I think...
Ah, shit. Okay, well, we got that. Hopefully...
I guess now she'll start playing songs. Best get out of here soon.
I didn't, oh, hold on. Song of the Siren. We can have her actually play songs. But let's ask her about the hooded one first.
This shade is a curious one. It is quite odd to have a blue-eyed shadow in the camp watching us. But things truly have been taking a turn for the better since you freed him.
Yeah, we do seem to have a chance.
Some of the folk here consider his presence a sign of good luck. Though I wonder if it is actually you that brings us these better fortunes.
You know who I am, right? You know what I am, right? Lament at Lion Eye's Watch. All right, Lion Eye's Watch is the starting area of Path of Exile 1. I wonder if this is going to give any lore as to what happened to the locations in the first game. Song of the Siren is referencing Mervale, who is the Act 1 boss in Path of Exile 1, who was a singer as well, who received a virtue gem from her lover, Daresso, who is they were both Eternals, so part of the Eternal Empire. And Daresso was a gladiator, and basically he favored Mervale, this singer who would watch the fights, and he gave her this virtue gem, which would go over her throat and would enhance her singing. However, when the virtue gems did their thing after a certain villain, Malanthae, tampered with the beast, which was the source of all of the virtue gems, that thing fused into her throat and turned her into this horrible siren thing, and turned Daresso and everybody else who had virtue gems into the Undying. It was pretty grim. But let's listen to the Song of the Siren.
This one always makes me weep. It seems shadows haunt us both.
Might not be implemented yet.
Yes. Izaro the wise.
Or she just says something.
Izaro the mad.
Okay, this is
It's
about
good to see you.
the Grand Folly. Okay, so she's referencing Izaro, who was one of the earlier Eternal Emperors, I believe. And he created the Ascendancy Labyrinth, or whatever it was called, the Trials of Ascendancy, which is how you ascended your character in the first game. I'm not sure those are going to return. I hope not. I was never the hugest fan of them. They always felt a little bit too samey, and whenever I made a new character, it was kind of like, all right, I have to go through this again. There were some cool mechanics in it, to be sure. But he was basically an emperor that he realized his own folly and then created this labyrinth to test the future emperors so that they would be better than him. He was kind of he was noble eventually. He didn't start off noble, but he became noble. Then Lament at Lion Eye's Watch.
Ah, yes. The hubris of men.
Okay, that's ominous. It doesn't tell us much, though. So we have the sturdy crossbow here. Let me throw that into... this should be under currency here. These are percent-based items, and the rest I'm just going to sell. And we have some gems here, extra gems that I've picked up. I don't need these, so just gonna throw them there. And I should actually disenchant.
Hello.
So if I disenchant, I don't really need to identify them first. So we'll do that. And throw all of these in here, throw these down there. That we can just sell. However, we need to actually upgrade some of these items. There's no reason not to do this right now. So 9% increased mana regen, 5% increased light radius. I don't think the light radius counts as a modifier, so I think we can just throw on another one. Yes. 7% increased fire damage. Well, that's not very useful for me, but useful for my other witch. And the strength one. Okay, 12 extra dex. And 21 accuracy rating, which is also useless to me, but that's okay. This one we can also get a little more on. Plus 6 strength. And our flask will get 45% increased recovery rate. And this one too. Actually, we need to enchant this one like this. Okay, so passive charge regen, that's really nice. And then extra duration, also nice. Both of these things are good. Then I'm going to use my Book of Specialization. I'm still not really sure how this works, because it seems to just give you 2 skill points. But these, I haven't figured out how to get them to actually stick in my other characters. So we'll see. For now, 2 skill points. It's going to get us extra chaos damage. So we're going to head up to here into Lingering Horror. Am I building super optimally? No idea. Back to the Ogham Farmlands. And then we're going to head into Ogham Village immediately. Oh, bro, get out of here. So. Search for the Seed of Corruption.
Even the darkest corner is ablaze. How festive.
More werewolves. So it looks like the village has been overrun by werewolves. This is not a good sign. And it's on fire. Probably because it was overrun by werewolves. Old Yarnum, is this you? Do I have to worry about somebody with a Gatling gun shooting at me? Okay, still more. Oh god, blood cretins. And what the fuck? Blood collector? That is disgusting. Please die. Oh, it exploded. Okay, blood pools. Not sure what they do. But probably not good. Don't walk in them. Burning dead. Okay, so we're looking around for Renly's hut and the Seat of Corruption. Or I suppose we should say Renly's Forge. Not sure if it's a hut. Look at all these charred bodies all over the place. Somebody hung inside their own barn. Another collapsed house. Yeah, there's a checkpoint, so that must be towards something. Hold on, we got some sort of direction we can go in here. Alright. We'll head in here. Hi.
Death and decay.
Smithing tools. Wonder who that's for.
Out of mana.
Damn. These guys are tough. Even the regular ones. Are they healing? Oh, it's periodic invulnerability aura. Okay.
I need more mana.
Yeah, we really do need more mana. Alright. Okay. There's literally just that guy causing problem. That is a level 5 siphoning wand. Power siphon, huh? We don't need that. I'm gonna hold on to this, because level 5 wand abilities. Not that I'm using any of them, but... Glacial Rune, very nice. So we got the smithing tools. Forge work belongs to Renly and his son. Alas, I think your son may have been hung during the execution that we escaped from. Maybe it's a different Karui foundling. Okay. Not gonna lie, it's not looking good here. This is, this village looks rather fucked. Victim. Yeah. Tied to a stake. Probably a burning. Barrel. Okay. It's the Ashen Staff. Level 4 Firebolt. I'm gonna pick that up for my Fiery Alchemist character, actually. Don't think we have any of those. Yeah, we got some burning dead of freezing. Sometimes the modifiers get a little funny. Not that it matters too much. All right. So far, it's going pretty well. We haven't encountered anything too difficult. Haven't died yet this episode. Very labyrinthine zone. Ooh, that is an elite or a rare enemy. We're gonna have to target that one. And you.
I need more mana.
Yep, sure do. Ow. Alright, down he goes. Lots of orbs.
It's about time.
So it really seems like the Exalted and Regal orbs are now very common. We don't seem to have a orbs of alchemy, or at least I haven't found any. They aren't just turning things into rare items. It seems like the default process is you build it up from a white item into a blue item and then into a rare. Which I kind of like. Removes a bit of the RNG. Especially since the Regals that would turn blues into rares were quite rare. Eventually, like later on into the game cycle, they became easier to get because there were recipes that you could do to get them. But that was always a little bit of a pain. They seem to drop fairly frequently, and then Exalted orbs were just super rare, which are the ones that give a rare item another ability or modifier. So you almost never use those. And you had Chaos Orbs, which would re-roll the properties on a rare. I'm not sure those are going to be super relevant. I don't know if they exist in this, even. Because if you're using fairly common orbs to just build your own rares, there's not much point in re-rolling existing rares. They've definitely simplified the crafting and made it perhaps a bit less RNG focused, or at least less punishing when the RNG fails. Not sure how I feel about it in total though, because we're still very early in the game. Like right now, super optimization doesn't matter. You know, as long as you're not playing a completely useless build and are like, you know, making use of itemization, you can get through this part pretty easily. Okay, we have a checkpoint. It's a good sign. Courtyard of Death. The air sings as the axe swings. Okay.
They've all gone mad.
They've all gone mad.
Stop. Just wait. Surely we can.
Oh shit.
Mistake, witch.
Great Wolf, take you bastard!
Oh
My
shit.
would-be executioner.
Oh, this is the place. Oh, the music is good.
Justice will be served.
Oh, wow.
More mana.
Get down here.
Okay.
Guillotine drops.
Dude, his voice is sick. The voice acting on the bosses has been awesome.
I need more mana.
You cowards, fight or die.
Ooh, that was close. Can I get the curse?
Guillotine drops.
Okay, can I,
Death and decay.
there we go.
More mana.
Justice will be served.
Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong guy.
The guillotine drops.
Okay.
Face your death.
I know Contagion isn't super useful against the boss because, you know, he's not dying, so. There we go. Down he goes.
And so, who is the true master of death?
Okay, better level 5 siphoning wand, actually. I'm gonna take that instead. Somebody's still shooting at us. Honestly, we'll find a better staff for my other character. I don't really need that. Okay. Stoic Scepter. Greater Mana Flask. Die. Still a lot of enemies about after the boss fight. Unfortunately, these are all just out of contagion range of each other, so... Oh, look, there's a whole nother mob. Alright. Goodbye. That it? Alright. Can we go up here? Oh, okay, we can. We can pull a lever. That's presumably going to release her. Didn't get a look at her name. She doesn't look too good. Looks like she's been tortured. And whoever that was clearly somebody to her, and he is now, I don't know, he lost his head a bit. And paid the price.
He killed Eamon. Just killed him. I don't know what to do.
Okay, she's a bit...
Clearfell is safe. We have to get out of here. We can talk there.
Alright. Ah, you're just gonna summon a... Never mind. I thought she was gonna summon a portal for me. Okay, so we now need to talk to, Latis in Clearfell. Let me summon a portal. Right here in front of the ramparts. I don't think there's anything else for us to do here. We already checked. I think it's just the, smithing tools. We got the executioner. Yeah, alright. That's all that's here. And then we go to the Manor Ramparts, which is presumably the end of Act 1? We shall see. Okay.
The village. You must infiltrate the manor and put a stop to this by any means necessary. The fate that befell Ogham village is only a single raindrop in the storm that is coming.
Okay, yeah, I keep accidentally clicking through stuff. The village.
The village has been destroyed, and madness has already reached a boiling point in the minds of the council. You must infiltrate.
So speaking of, what is the seed of corruption?
The boundless horrors of mishandled corruption cannot be conveyed simply through words. I only hope that you can find and contain the seed before it is too late.
So my speculation would be that the seed is actually part of the beast. The beast was the source of the virtue gems, basically the source of the divine shards that we use as our skills. And that also became the source of the Eternal Empire's power and immortality. However, that was a tainted crop, if ever there was one, because the beast was itself highly corrupted, and all it took was like a little bit of tampering from Malanthae to warp that into something truly nightmarish, which then triggered the metamorphosis of the virtue gems into these corrupted artifacts that would warp flesh and reality and everything around them. So we'll see. The seed of corruption may be a virtue gem, maybe a more powerful virtue gem. There were, not all virtue gems were created equal. Let's ask about Count Gianor.
The Count accosted me and stole a very dangerous object. A seed that I have kept hidden from humanity. Somehow he knew that I possessed it. He cannot possibly know how dangerous it is. His attempts to harness its power will court disaster. You must hurry to the village. At the very least, those who are still sane may be convinced to aid in containing the seed.
Yeah, no one left, though. Or, alternately, the beast was killed. When you destroy its hearts and kill Malanthae, you kind of like are killing the soul of the beast, because Malanthae had sort of uploaded his own consciousness into the beast, so to speak. Not so technical, more thaumaturgical. But when you kill him, the beast died. I wonder if the seed is maybe a way for the beast to be reborn. Which again, the beast was grown for a noble purpose, to force all of the other gods into a slumber, because the gods are power-hungry, capricious, not necessarily malevolent, but just, like, they don't care about mortals. and their whims inflicted untold damage to mortal civilizations. So a god who sort of took a compassion for mortals, one known as Sin, lulled the, or created the beast, and the beast created this dream that pulled the gods into it, thus forcing the gods into a slumber. However, ultimately it didn't work, because even Sin agreed that the beast had to be destroyed, which woke up all the gods, and then your character goes and kills all of the gods except for Sin and Innocence. Presumably there's probably more gods out there. We just killed the ones that were relevant for Rayclast, so we killed some of the Eternals, deities, and the deities of the Marrakesh and the Azmeri, I believe, and some Karui gods as well. Anyways, what about the madness?
Corruption once had a purpose. Let us term it a disorganizer of what would otherwise be order. One consequence of this chaos is the warping of pathways, both through the woods and in the mind.
Interesting.
The land so afflicted is never the same when trod upon a second time. Men afflicted by corruption know not where or when they are, only that they are in pain. And you appear as a horrible creature to their distorted senses.
Yeah. Makes me wonder if we're corrupted. I mean, our reality is constantly shifting as we're going out into the wilds, and we're seeing all these monstrous things, and like the village was burned and all of the locals had turned into undead. What if like we're corrupted and it's a hell of a lot more normal than we think it is, and we're just slaughtering everything in our path because we're somehow delusional? That wouldn't explain why we're okay in the village, though, unless there's something that's actually blocking out the corruption in the village. Couldn't be the hooded one, but maybe Una. I can't help but notice that every settlement that I recall in the game has some sort of like figure at the heart of it that is very calm and measured and seems to be incorruptible in a way. Now, it doesn't end that way, and in the later acts of Path of Exile 1, that is no longer the case. However, the corruption is dead at that point, because you've killed the beast. So, no, probably not, because the monsters in the Warping Wilds are still the same. It's just kind of an interesting thought. That maybe these people, like Una, or, man, what was her name in Act 1 of Path of Exile 1? She later turns into a siren-like creature. She sort of follows the footsteps of Mervale, but doesn't go evil. Because the corruption isn't making her go evil. What was her fucking name? She was really cool. She was very calm, very compassionate. And then in the Act 2, you have the Azmeri Elder. And then there's the Spirit Shaman, Yina. And in Act 3, who do you have to kind of keep everyone sane? I don't know, maybe there wasn't so much one. I guess there was Grigor, but he was corrupted as fuck. But he retained his clarity through his corruption, so maybe that factored into it. I don't know, maybe like sane people create like a bubble around themselves that wards off the mystifying aspects of corruption. No idea. I have no idea if I'm onto something or not. I don't know if this game's gonna go that deep, but we'll see. The first ones.
All children have imaginary friends. Most grow out of that phase. A rare few refuse to let go, creating real from unreal through sheer stubbornness.
Okay.
Gods born of man certainly exist, but did a gigantic red tiger named Farul actually run the plains of the primordial world? There is no way to know. Will the world end if she and her savage ilk return? The answer, I imagine, is up to those who would stand and fight on that day. Be glad that today is not that day.
A red tiger.
As far as I know.
Is this some foreshadowing for later?
Go.
You have anything new to say?
Una's house.
Ah.
Renly's house. They had real places to live. I was always so envious, but I guess they're like me now. Vagabonds, vagrants. Well, it begs the question, is this home now?
Might be.
You've caught me at a moment of sappiness, hero. My apologies.
Oh, I like Finn. What do you have to say about Finn?
Oh, that Finn's a bad influence. No daughter of mine will consort with such a type. We should have the village guards give him a good beating just to teach him a lesson.
Though I suppose nursing a grudge is foolish, given they're likely all dead now.
And what do you think of Lytis?
I always make sure to avoid noblewomen.
Oh, she's a noble.
Her kind seem to think I'm insincere for reasons neither you nor I could ever comprehend, I'm sure. Still, I certainly heard about her, and I've heard what she said about the manor. I know lies, hero, and she isn't one.
Okay. Yeah, I really like Finn. Finn's awesome. You know, he's got that snarky, you know, outlaw attitude, but deep down he's pretty smart. He's smarter than he lets on, and he's also nicer than he lets on.
Later.
Love that type of character. Anything more?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you have to say about Lytis?
Latis is from a
Latis.
prominent family in her clan, so I didn't know her well. But I did take hope from her actions. If a noblewoman could marry a commoner, then perhaps a commoner would be free to marry whoever she wants as well.
Oh, you wanna get married to a noble?
It makes me think about the last conversation I ever had with my father. It was an argument. Though it tears at my heart, I choose to believe that deep down, he understood me.
Probably she wanted to marry somebody. And her father said no. Yeah.
Be careful.
Arranged marriage sucks, as it turns out. Don't do it. Isn't that right, humanity?
You found my tools. Oh, this is wonderful. Now I can set up a proper bench here for you.
Okay. Salvage bench. Okay, new thing. What about Una's music?
The girl's a shining light in a time of darkness. If it weren't for her music, I don't know what I'd do.
See what I mean?
Every time I listen to her songs, I know I have to try harder to defend this place. Any fear and excuses be damned.
See what I mean? Like, these people that act like anchors, they do something. And this might just be normal psychology at work, or there could be more to it in relation to how this world functions. What about the Count?
Some men do not have to earn honor. Some are simply born with it by virtue of their status. Gianor is doubly a monster for giving away what others have sought their entire lives. He was born into the role rather than being chosen by the clan, and now he has squandered that by serving himself above all others. I used to believe in him, but now I cannot even stand the thought of him.
I reckon we're gonna kill him.
Take a look.
Let's see here. Level 5 discipline. So these do grant spirit as well. Unfortunately, the higher level stabs don't grant more spirit. I guess that makes sense. That would be pretty good otherwise. 34% increased spell damage, +1 level of cold skills. I'm not running a cold caster. I'm gonna sell it. That I'm gonna try and enchant, because, I mean, it's more energy shield baseline than what my 26% increased energy shield thing has.
That'll be useful.
Don't need that for anybody. And this is, I like the instant recovery. This is the same. This has more charges, but slightly less instant recovery. I'm gonna swap these around, actually. This one's a little bit better, I think. Do you have any items here? It's only 16% energy shield. Okay, this is flat 18 energy shield. Flat values are far better at lower level than percentage values. Percentage values are going to outshine the flat values eventually. Right now, I think this is actually, I'm going to build an item rather than, I think I can then sell this one, and I'm just going to buy this and then level this one up. This is pretty cool looking. Horned crown, though we have our ultra good headpiece, so I think we don't need to look at headpieces. However, we can definitely get some better gloves. Some proper energy shield gloves, which he doesn't have, so tough luck. Energy shield boots. Yeah, nothing other than the default. So, not much sense in getting anything there. What does a salvage bench do? Salvage equipment items with quality or sockets after, or for quality currency and artificer shards. Okay, hold on. So we can also sell socketed items. Let me grab some of these, because I'm not going to use these on anyone, and I want to try this out. So, aha, so it just grants armor scraps. Okay, you don't even need to combine them up to 20. This just gives you some, presumably depending on the level here. That's really nice. That makes this a lot easier. Really cool, and it grants an artificer shard.
Probably shouldn't do that here.
Okay, I like that. That is a very streamlined system. Oh yeah, forgot to do that one. Whoops. Bear with me while we do some of this. So this should grant... Yeah. Oh! Did not realize there was a magic one. Okay, that's cool. And so this is 10%, so this should grant 2. Right? Correct. So above 10% and you get 2. Okay. Above 15% you get 3. Really nice. So we can, then flasks. This must work too. So there must be glass blowers baubles, right? No. Okay. Doesn't work there. Okay. So I guess you just gotta get the flasks. Where did they all go? I put them somewhere. Well, I guess they're gone forever. Who knows what happened there. Okay, so we have this this robe here. I think, like, how much is this going to affect it? Just 1%? 4% on a, you know what, screw it. Go all the way. Let's, so we can get these quite easily now. Let's upgrade this to 20%. So that's now 74 energy shield, and we want as much energy shield as humanly possible. We can also drop artificer's orbs into them to have this give us some extra evasion or extra energy shield, just flat, or I said evasion, resistances. I'll look at what my resistances are. These are both glacial runes. We don't need these all to be in separate slots. Why are they? Who knows? So we then use a regal orb here. So this is going to turn it into a rare with 1 extra modifier. So 5 to 6 thorns. That's nice. So we actually have a lot of thorns combined here, and then we can drop an exalted on it. 10% extra energy shield. So does that stack with this if we use an artificer's orb? I imagine it does. Sure does. 106. That's pretty sick. So we'll throw another one in. You can put 2 in, and let me check what my resistances are here, where my lowest is. My lightning resistance is not good. So I reckon we'll take a storm rune here. And then we can equip this, which looks great. And I am going to salvage this one. 2 more armor shards. This wand is still really good. I don't know when we're going to find better, and I want to see what this does. This quality. Does it just increase the effect of the wand skill? It's K, right? Yeah. It's Chaos Bolt. Damage 37 DPS. And if I do this... Still 37 DPS. Not sure what that does, to be perfectly honest. It's all right. There there any bonuses we want here? Anything else on essence drain? I do have some extra gems that I've managed to find in places. I'm not really using any of this. I do have my baseline skeleton warriors. This is the one from the staff. So I'm going to take meat shield. They'll do less damage, but they'll last a little longer, which is fine by me. I think I'm going to unslot the... Oh, I can't use this. Why? Because I have to... Ah, because the skeleton warriors have been upgraded. Can I remove these? And I can now activate this.
On flesh.
Okay. And then I can activate still a few more. Wonderful. So we don't have the spirit for that. Okay. I'm gonna unslot the gems that I'm not using. So I'm not using that. I am using the baseline skeleton warrior still, so we'll hold on to that. So I'm gonna throw this into my gems here. We have a couple of unearthed, I guess. Energy barrier. Or glaciation we don't need. It's ignition and fast forward. Supported skills have 30% less skill effect duration. Or second wind. Twice as many uses. We don't have anything with uses, so I think we're good. Let's talk to Latis here.
For what it's worth, my name is Latis. I appreciate the rescue, but... Aemon, everything I know, it's all gone. It isn't worth much, but take this. Perhaps it will aid you against that monster.
Level 5 skill gem. I'll take it.
There is only one thing for certain. Count Gianor must die. He ordered the guard to round up everyone in the village, and when we resisted, they burned it to the ground.
Okay. Rounding everyone up. What for? What are you doing? This feels like what Piety was doing in... Piety and Dominus were doing in PoE 1 in Sarn. They were just releasing exiles onto Rayclast and then gathering them up by the thousands for their thaumaturgical experiments. I believe they were trying to recreate what Malachi had done, but they didn't really understand what Malachi had done at all, and weren't anywhere close to what Malachi had accomplished. They also didn't have access to the beast. I don't think they knew of it. Or maybe they did, they just didn't know where it was or how to get to it. Can't remember.
Enter the manor. Take our vengeance upon him.
Will do. What's the seed of corruption?
So,
okay.
I know of it.
She knows of it.
I remember the night it all began. The Count and his men returned in the witching hour, carrying something hidden from sight.
And that's where it all went wrong.
We didn't know what it was at the time, but we certainly learned soon. It was alive.
Ooh.
And he needed to feed
Ooh.
it.
This has got to be some... Feeding the beast. All right. I think I was onto something.
The changes came slowly. There were whispers of the downtrodden and clanless going missing. Nobody of consequence. The Count's men were simply cleaning up the ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah.
Those that contributed nothing. But then, the Count started changing the penalties for common crimes. 5 men were arrested after a simple scuffle over payment. A woman was arrested for adultery, like we were somehow living under the tyranny of the Eternals all over again. Charges became commonplace for almost anything. Living in the manor, my husband and I were somewhat protected, but we saw what was happening. All of these criminals were sentenced to hard labor, digging away beneath the manor until their strength was spent. When that happened, he hanged them and threw their bodies to that creature.
Okay. This sounds very similar in a way. Huh. I wonder if this has any connection to what Dominus was doing. Because Dominus was also sacrificing people. Well, he was using them for experiments and then kind of sacrificing them. He had piety working on it as well. But when you fight Dominus, he eventually transforms, or perhaps he dies and this thing takes his place. And this thing, there's one other reference to it. This thing appears on the tower doors of the Scepter of God, which is the giant tower where Dominus was working from in the middle of Sarn, the old capital of the Eternal Empire. And this thing was clearly associated with the beast, but I don't know if it was the beast. Maybe it was just a projection of the beast, but it was this horrible, like, clawed, slug, squid, demon-looking thing. And I gotta wonder if, like, the beast has offspring, or at least splinter consciousnesses that could one day become like the beast itself. You know, it's a seed, but it's a creature. And feeding it has caused it to become something else. And I wonder, so Dominus, I believe, found this thing, this creature, in the Scepter of God, because it was, the image of this thing was emblazoned upon the tower doors of the Scepter of God. The Scepter of God was built by the Eternals during the height of the Eternal Empire, so this thing was already there before Dominus got there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing some ideas. I don't know how they connect just yet, but I feel like it's all related. This is definitely something to do with the beast. Another thing I wanted to mention is, like, okay, what she talked about is textbook how totalitarian regimes consolidate their power. You know, they start punishing the ne'er-do-wells, and all the people are like, oh yeah, you know, that's all right. These people were bad anyways. We can get rid of them. The punishments are harsher, and you see this in, like, real-world governments that go down that road quite a bit. And it can start off as what you might initially see as, like, okay, it's not a good thing, but it serves a greater purpose. But yeah, gradually they just start to change the laws. And then, you know, they start taking people away and punishing them for things that originally weren't meant to be punished in that way, or at all even. And gradually they slowly seize power, and as they're taking away these people, you know, the ones that could do something about it at first turn a blind eye, because for them it's maybe working in their benefit, or they see it as a lesser evil. But gradually, you know, as more people are taken away, there's less people that can do something about it. So you reach this, like, critical state where, you know, you need to act now, or it's just too late to stop a totalitarian power. And from the looks of it there, it was too late. It's plenty of real-world examples of this. And I won't go into them right now, but all right. The other thing I wanted to comment on is how she's a noble, and she was living in the manor. So it seems like the nobles live in, like, a collective castle. So this is very, like, early stage feudal government. This isn't like you know, late stage feudal system where, you know, most of the major noble families will have their own estates and castles. Like, this is very early Dark Age style feudalism, where all of the nobles are gathered into one, you know, fancy manor, large house, whereas the commoners live out in the countryside to toil away. So, interesting enough. Let's ask about the manor.
That place is a madhouse. Every day was spent threading a careful line. Question the Count, and you'd get arrested. Flatter him too much, and he'd grow paranoid and arrest you anyway.
Nah.
The Countess watched all of us with cold eyes. The nobles began to change. Strange proclivities emerged. They brought lone villagers into their rooms in the dead of night, never to be seen again.
Ooh.
Eamon and I tried to flee, but they caught us.
Okay, so new speculation. We've encountered a couple of more well-dressed enemies, the courtesans. I wonder if these were the nobles, and if they're like breeding with these. What were they called? The little baby-looking enemies, not the ones in the woods. They look like small children, but these are like baby-looking enemies, these deformed, grotesque baby-looking enemies. I gotta wonder if these are like spawn of the changed nobles. I'll point them out when I see them next. But let's ask about the Countess. This is interesting. Now this is starting to feel a little bit different. This is actually starting to feel like what happened with the Praetor and his wife that arrived from elsewhere and corrupted him.
When she came to us from the Vastiri desert,
she's Marrakesh.
The nobles were just happy the Count had finally found a wife. If we had known what was to come, we never would have celebrated. From the moment she arrived, she spent her time whispering dreadful little barbs in his ear. He became rather agitated and started doubting himself, doubting his bloodline. He had a scholar repeatedly investigate whether the Eternals had dirtied his ancestry.
Interesting.
When he found out that he might have had an unwelcome interloper in his family tree, he became fixated on proving himself, even though we all repeatedly assured him he already had our loyalty. He's been obsessed with gaining power ever since.
Okay.
And I think the Countess promised him a way to achieve it.
That's got to be where this all went wrong. So this tells us a few things. First off, the Ezamites are extremely insular as a culture. You breed with a non-Ezamite, your bloodline is polluted. It might not be the same for the common folk, but it sure as hell applies to the aristocracy. So that's pretty rough, a bit racist. But yeah, it shows his descent to power pretty well. Now let's ask about the digging. What were the people that he was capturing digging for?
I don't know what the Count is looking for beneath the manor. Perhaps he hopes for proof that his heritage is actually pure. Perhaps he's just gone well and truly mad.
Maybe he's a dwarf all along.
He's torn a massive hole right in the middle of the manor. A living testament to what he's done to our way of life.
Interesting. Okay, so that sounds ominous. The beast was a subterranean monster. It was buried underneath a mountain. So I wonder if this is like a vein of the beast or something, or a seed of the beast. No, but they brought that from somewhere else. Anyways, level 5 skills. What have we here? We can raise zombies. These don't consume spirit. They rather require you to use corpses. I'm not going to use this ability, as fun as it sounds, to make a proper minion necromancers. The skeleton frost mages require spirit reservation. That also sounds pretty fun. And the cool thing about these skeletons is you can command them to do an attack. So you get an ability on your hotbar. They naturally get summoned, but when you use the ability, it will actually command that skeleton to do it. So this one uses gas arrow. This one uses explosive demise, which causes them to blow themselves up. And the frost mage can use ice bomb. So it's pretty cool. I like that these minions have a little bit more interactivity. But Pain Offering impales a skeleton on a bone spike to send nearby minions into a frenzy as long as the spike remains, causing them to use skills more quickly and deal more damage. If Bone Spike itself, or the Bone Spike itself is a minion, if it dies, the effect ends immediately. Okay. Otherwise, it lasts for 6 seconds. So it's one of the offering abilities, but you actually have to target one of your minions rather than a corpse on the ground. I mean, it is called Pain Offering. And then there's Bone Storm. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed that there isn't, like, 'cause we have 3 minion things here and then 1 bone-based ability. Kind of wishing there was a chaos ability here. But it seems like over here you do get a little bit more chaos stuff. Yeah, I don't really have a use for this. We could always, like, you can of course use it to level something else up, so that's just what I'm gonna do. I think we're gonna level up Contagion first, and then we'll do Essence Drain. Let's go. I unfortunately waited too long, and now my portal is gone. So we'll just go to the major, or the ramparts here, or the manor ramparts. We may have to fight the Executioner again if the area reset. That's okay. It was a fun enough fight. The boss fights in this game have all been cool. Each a little bit different.
The manor must be near.
Or we just go straight into the manor. I guess when you unlock the entrance, you can just walk right in here. Okay. So we're on the ramparts. Never mind. Cool. Brutal orders.
By decree of the Count of Ogham, all men must work a third shift and continue excavating until further notice.
Yeah, shit.
Any man caught resting will meet the executioner's axe or the gallows noose.
Not very nice. Uh-oh. That looks like beast material. That's not good. That's not good at all. What are you? Gargoyle demon. Okay, demons. Now, I don't know where demons come from in Path of Exile. They do exist. Like, we've already seen the Maw demons, but as for what they are, I don't really know. So we need to find our gallows. Down there was the Executioner's, the beheading, place, whatever you call it. So I'm not sure where we're going to find the gallows, but I do like that you can kind of catch a glimpse of what's going on here through the cracks. Very cool. Let's go over this way. Thus far, just the aesthetics of all the different levels has been really cool. I'm liking this one too. This grim fortress. What were once probably beautiful gardens, but you know, it'd be pretty nice to run across these ramparts. We still have the decrepit mercenaries. Makes sense. It's reusing enemies a little bit, but you know, the enemy variety has thus far been very good, and that's a new enemy anyways, so I haven't seen one of them yet. At least, not that I recall. Damn, these guys are, quick. Got the curse. Alright. Extra physical damage aura. So, actually kill the minions around him so that he doesn't, that they don't benefit from the aura as much, or we just kill him. That's cool too. Okay, padded leggings, iron crown. Hi, you're still shooting at me. Rawhide belt. I will pick up all the belts we can for other characters. Yeah, these blood cretins. These are the offspring that I thought. And we have these blood carriers. Were these the nobles? Okay, they're carrying blood. And we've seen one called a blood collector. And these blood cretins. What's going on with all this blood?
I will master the darkness.
Why is it being carried and collected? Are they carrying it because they're using it to gestate something? Or because the blood is metamorphosing inside the carriers. And they're collecting it. For some reason, we saw all these blood sacks. Yeah, right down here. It's very similar to what these enemies look like. This must be a product of the seed of corruption. I like it. There's this cool visual storytelling because we first saw those guys in the Eternal Crypts. So, I must wonder if the Count actually sent some of his followers down into the Eternal Crypts for something. Because this story does sound very similar to Assinia corrupting the Praetor that I can't remember the name of. Gotta wonder if the Count, or maybe the Countess actually is responsible for that. Who knows what power she has. Okay. Okay, these are blue enemies. I'm gonna curse them. Get the hex blasts going.
Out of mana.
Yep. Okay. And the courtesans. Yeah, these enemies are all together. They are for sure related. Whereas these are just the soldiers that he was using, and I guess he was using mercenaries because his own people didn't trust him anymore, so he hired mercenaries from elsewhere. Not sure where these guys are from. They might just be from other Azamite clans. But you notice the courtesans also, like they're pregnant with these blood sacs. And these cretins have them as well. So these must be the nobles. Or whatever happened to them. We have leveled up, so let's grab the next one down the line here. Further increase our chaos damage. Okay. There was a way to go in there. Hopefully we can double back to there. No, I did not need to use that curse there, nor did I need to use it here, but we did. Synapses were already queued to take action. Alright. Alright, let's drop a curse. A lot of them. Okay, we have a courtesan there. I'm gonna hit her with the debuffs. Ow. My shields! So we have a lot of energy shields. 619 is quite a bit. But if we're gonna do a Chaos Inoculation build, which I think I'm gonna go down that route. This Chaos Inoculation is cool when it works. Hard to make work, but super fun. Because what you can then do with it, the main tangible benefit of, again, Chaos Inoculation, for those of you that don't remember, is it's one of the keystone passives. It will reduce your max health to 1, so you rely purely on your energy shield. Unless you're a psychopath and don't have energy shield either, then ow. But you get immunity to chaos damage, and of course chaos damage is rare, so you might be thinking, why would you ever do that? And during the campaign, you don't. There's not really much reason to. However, later on, in PoE 1, you'll be able to create the endgame maps, which are, yeah, that is the endgame. And these maps are items, which means much like any other item, you can craft them to have certain modifiers. And the more modifiers, which each modifier makes it harder for you, each modifier will have an effect on the loot quantity and quality and the enemy density. All of these things are beneficial to you because, of course, more enemies means more chance to get loot, and more loot quantity means each enemy will drop more loot, or has a higher chance of dropping more, and then more loot quality means each enemy will have a chance of dropping a higher quality loot. So what you then do with Chaos Inoculation is you roll to where you get, all enemies do extra chaos damage. Okay, no problem. I'm immune to that. So that's just like making the map harder, giving you more stuff at no cost. Or basically the hardness is a non-factor. So it's fun. Here's our gallows. That's someone. I mean, it was someone. What's the Count's decree here?
Decree of the Count of Ogham. Effective immediately. All crimes are now punishable by hanging until death. Hanged criminals will have their bodies thrown into the pit.
Yep, he's doing something down in that pit. And it's not good. Let me get up there. Yes. Who was this? Whoever it was, he had an uncut support gem. I don't think I need it for anything, because we're kind of capped here at two gems. I suppose we could take minion instability, but no, I don't want that. This has impending doom. Yeah, that's the doom blast. And decaying hex, I absolutely want these two. So the only other option would be heightened curse, but we'll leave that for now. Probably just gonna save this. Oh, getting withered on something wouldn't be a bad idea. Because again, you can move these around. So I'm just gonna take this.
Consume.
and see if I can move it onto something else. So I can move it onto my skeleton warrior here. So they're gonna now inflict withered. They'll do less damage, but that's fine. They're meat shields anyways. And they're going to inflict withered, which what withered does is they'll take 5% increased chaos damage, and it stacks up to 10 times. So basically my skeletons are just walking around taking damage and ensuring that I will do even more chaos damage to my enemies. That's kind of cool. Before you had to rely on wither totems, but it looks like they've made wither into a support, which I think is good because that's all you ever used it for anyways. Just you had to devote an active skill slot or an active skill gem to withered in PoE 1, and it was kind of annoying to use. You basically 100% of the time you're using withered in a totem, or you're using it like synced with another skill. You're never just casting it by itself. Unless you have that synced with another skill too, because you could, it was a channeled ability, and channeled abilities you could use a support gem to basically use 2 channeled abilities simultaneously. So you could sometimes use withered with that. Or no. You couldn't use 2 channel abilities simultaneously. You could use a non-channel ability while using a channel ability. So you would use wither and then slot in like an essence drain or something. Or, I don't know, some other ability with it. And that could work. Yeah, look at all this. Very grim. What is happening? Are you dead? You're dead. So there was still... we found the gallows, so now it's just a matter of we need to get into the Ogham Manor. And the gallows gave us the uncut support gem. But there might be more lore here, actually. Didn't really check in the other location, but... Alright. Straw sandals. We'll check that. These might be better than the ones we have. Yes! As a matter of fact, they are. And we can immediately augment it. No, we cannot. That's normal item to magic. Gotta get used to what these new gems look like. Why do I not have Contagion anymore? Did I unslot Contagion? Apparently I can't use it for some reason. Okay. That's annoying. I see what the problem is. My intelligence is over-tuned. Okay, so I need to take this out. Or not? .34 intelligence required. I'm just not smart enough to use this, apparently. If I take this out, is it usable? No. So this must have happened when I upgraded Contagion. Okay, so I need... Before I do anything else, I need more intelligence, so I'm gonna keep these boots on, then I can still use it. Unfortunate. I'm gonna hold on to these, though. So that is a, otherwise a fairly significant upgrade. So we just get so much energy shield. So all these flat modifiers that we're getting from our gear is, of course, being multiplied by what's in our passive skill tree. And we did take a few energy shield modifiers. So we invested in being tanky early on, and it's... You can probably see how it's paying off. I don't know if you guys are playing this game alongside me, but it's pretty easy to die. And I definitely notice it with my other characters who I don't build as tanky, but... Malanthae here is, she's...
Death and decay!
Tough, or rather, she's not tough. She just has... You know, the souls of the dead are protecting her. Or however energy shield works. Alright, we'll get the curses going this time. Quite a lot of these guys in there. They're a bit tough. Nice. Oh, those hex blasts when you get the chain going. It is beautiful. Yeah, everybody run in there first. Good, good, good. Okay. Alright. Fantastic. I mean, my skeletons all die, but whatever. That is what they're there for. Okay. should trigger to the next one. Perfect. Ooh, rattling scepter. This might be better than what we have. Level 5 skeletons now, so they just need to have more spirit. That's kind of the prereq here, is I gotta be able to get extra spirit with this item. Otherwise I'm gonna have to unsummon one of the skeletons. Okay. Definitely curse-worthy. We Essence Drain you? There we go. My problem is Essence Drain doesn't pierce. If I could get a support gem that would cause Essence Drain to pierce, then I can make sure that I'm actually hitting the one I target, because if there's an enemy in the way, it doesn't usually hit it. And then I don't trigger my awesome Insta-Gib X-Blast Contagion combo. Count's orders.
Soldiers of Ogham, the outside threat grows ever stronger. Whispers of betrayal echo within my very halls. We can no longer tolerate any risk. Use lethal force against those you suspect of foul play. Speak carefully with your men. Ensure they are who they claim. Hang any suspects. Seek out resistance within the village and raze their homes to the ground. We must send a clear message. Leave no stone unturned.
Man, this guy's a piece of work. Alright, well, we found the manor. We can go on inside. What are we gonna find in here? This is probably the final zone of the act, so I think we're gonna clear this. And, then I'll call the episode. We'll get the Act 1 boss. Which is presumably going to be the Count. Or maybe the Countess. Maybe the Count's already dead, and we're going to fight the Countess instead. Or the creature. Maybe it's eaten both of them. Any number of things could be possible.
Big bad wolf.
And Witch is playfully snarky, as usual. So these guys, these Iron Spearmen, looking at them, they've got this, like, beast-like red tendril stuff growing out of them as well. All pretty grim. We got more of these ones here. Blood Carriers, Blood Cretins, and Blood Collectors alike. So it's not looking good. So I think my theory that these were the nobles that have changed is more or less confirmed. Tendril Prowler, so that's a beastified werewolf. Wonderful. So that's happening too. Everything's being corrupted. Really cool how all that's appearing. So this is, oh man, Iron Sharpshooters. These are totally... what were they called? They were called the Miscreations in Game 1. And this just confirms my suspicion that this is a Beast Virtue Gem related thing. Because they have the exact same moveset as the Tentacled Miscreations from, well, maybe not the exact. That one seemed to be doing something else along with it as well. But they look similar, they act similar. This is totally associated with the Beast. I'm excited. The Beast was a, you know, that was a major inspiration for my own, the writing of, not the antagonist of my book, but the insidious entity that is present in my book. Love the decor here. This would have been a nice manor once. Anyways, we leveled up, so as much as I'd love to get the final node there, we need the intelligence, and unfortunately I need one more intelligence after this, so... Uh-oh. That doesn't look good.
Yes!
Oh.
Another one! He's under there!
He's even more insane than when we last met.
Another one? He's under there? What are you talking about? You're finding things buried below. Are you finding these miscreations? Or are these the seeds of corruption that then corrupt the nobles and turn them into these miscreation-like entities? Either way, it's not looking good. What was I doing? Passives. It's looking to see whether where there's another intelligence point that we could shoot for the next level up. I probably want to go here. Getting Void would be pretty good. I mean, reducing enemy chaos resistance. Resistance reduction is not so useful right now, but in the later game, this pays more than damage. The 3% resistance penalty is, I think, should be equal in value or so to the like 29% chaos damage in the later game, because enemies have just absurdly high resistances, and I don't know exactly how the math works. We could also, yeah, I think we just need to come up here because there's a curse benefit there, although, yeah, reduced curse duration, that's the one we want because we want to trigger the hex blasts. So that's definitely one that I want. So we'll grab an intelligence node there, then we'll finally get lingering horror. We're traveling across the this is pretty cool. Collapsed furniture pathway over the rafters, and yeah. That's a lot of bullshit coming our way. Oh boy. Okay, and blood pools. I cannot walk in those. Unfortunately, my minions can't either. They're all dead. Waxed jacket. That's new evasion energy shield. Nah, we got our chest piece, which is really good. The Hexer's robe. Is it really good? It's good now. Chapel of the Fallen, of wax and wick he was cursed. Okay. Psalm of Madness. Oh dear lord. What is this? It's like some sort of chimeric... Looks like a Leonine Misbegotten from Elden Ring, but that's probably not what it is. But it's some sort of chimeric thing that has been overgrown with... Not sure if it's coral, candles, or some sort of red flesh growth with that elicits a certain measure of trypophobia within me. There's some mangled pieces of somebody next to it. All right, let's read the Psalm of Madness. What could possibly go wrong?
First ones, hear our laments. Sanity recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hover above us, in the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds? It sits, poised to strike. Nowhere is safe.
What a delightfully
that's what I thought.
Creature.
So that thing twitched. Okay, there are candles. That thing looks fucking cool. All right, Candle Mass, the Living Right. What a cool looking enemy. That is, so this was a statue of one of the first ones, which we can see with the chimerical form. The first ones, I think, were like the beast gods of Casimir. And this thing's been desecrated. With either evil candles or evil meat candles. Either way, candles and evil. Not sure the meat quantity. But, this is, horrible. Damn. The whole, like, shooting the flames, the flaming tendrils out of its, and just, oh man, this is cool. Cool enemy. Really cool enemy. I'm taking almost no damage because our energy shield is absurd, but yep.
I simply must have my own one of those someday.
I love the witch. These horrible monster would be like, oh, I want one.
Time.
Okay, so the Candlemass essence, lovely. So it is some sort of melon with tentacles growing out of it. It's probably a seed. A sense of gratefulness and peace radiates with warmth. I don't know about that. We're getting 20 maximum life. Yeah, let's consume it. Nothing wrong with that. Well, 20 max life. This won't be super beneficial towards us, but it will be for now. We're super tough right now. We have ourselves a grand life flask. Let's equip that. Okay. Damn, that's gonna recover our full... It will remove it from mana. Because this just doesn't do very much anymore, so I gotta equip this one. We have a warden bow here and the wrapped sandals. I'll look at the sandals. These are the next tier. That's pretty good. Fortunately, I need 2 more intelligence, I think. Let me check. I don't need 2 more intelligence for this to work. We're good. Okay, well. More energy shield then. Guess we're doing fine. So, that was cool. This bonus fights offering permanent rewards. Love it. Really makes you seek out the extra little things in the area. So, I think that was the only thing here. No. Oh, it's underground. Oh, it's going to count as an underground thing. Yeah, so that's Candlemas. So now we just need to get to Count Geonor. That's it. That'll be the final boss, I think, of this act. Oh, Christ. An Iron Enforcer. You look gnarly. Alright. X-Blast that. Great. Nothing can withstand my curses. Another uncut support gem. What is going on here? There's something back there. I think it's just the blood collectors. Curse. Yes. Beautiful. Need mana stability. That's probably what I want to invest in next. So our mana gets tanked by 1 combo of the abilities we're using. The combo's fucking powerful, so makes sense. Like, look at this. Just dead. I'm not doing anything anymore. I'm just watching. Alright, that one survived because it was out of the reach. So, Thaumaturgists. Thaumaturgists use purity gems to do magic. Thaumaturgy was the source of all of the horrible things that happened to the Eternal Empire. So, it's all adding together. Let's increase Essence Drain to level 5. It's all adding up. This is 100% the influence of the beast and the Eternals, unfortunately. Count, you are following in the footsteps of that which you hate. Probably unwittingly. Because they'd already kicked out the Eternals by the time the Eternals got corrupted. They were mostly dealing with regular Eternal oppression, which was bad enough. And now we wait. Okay, they're all dead. And any second. Goodbye.
Infection!
God, these things look brutal. Storage bench. Some fur plate. Oh, Christ. These look... it's just these ones, the tentacled miscreations, but they have some sort of, like, eye beam attack. Very cool. Love it. Alright, goodbye.
Out of mana.
Don't really need to use the curses on these ones. These ones aren't super tough, so you just kill them with a regular old Essence Drain combo. And so that must be where the count is. Is there anything else here? Actually, I'm gonna check my map inside the manor. No, this is just another stage of this area, and I guess I'll head that way. Wow. Unfortunately died before my curses could trigger.
Out of mana.
Lazuli ring. Another door. Guess we just go on. This might be... Yeah, this looks like a... Oh, hold on. This is leading to a little separate thing. We aren't even on the map. Interesting.
I sense Oriana knows. And I cannot deny that which I know deep down to be true. That fair-haired villager, an eternal descendant, she knew. At that moment when our eyes locked, we both knew. She clung to her children like I would end them then and there. She is of no risk now, but how many others must I fear? Is my blood truly impure? Oriana assures me we can right some of the wrongs of the past. She promises a way forward for Ogham. A way forward for the clans and the clanless alike. And a way forward for me.
So he was doubting it a bit.
To continue with our task.
Probably should have doubted a little bit harder, my dude. This Oriana seems like she spun some poison in your ear. Very similar to Acinia. Similar to Piety, too, for that matter. With Dominus. Is there a thing specifically with female thaumaturges that can cause them to, like, fall to evil and then be these corruptive forces? Because you don't get the male thaumaturges doing that. They're much more, you know, brute force evil.
Keep digging!
It does feel very similar to Piety and Dominus as well. I do wonder. Interesting stuff. Could just be the luck of the draw. Like 3 out of 3 cases being similar is not a statistical. It's not enough to declare something to be statistically true, but just noticing a pattern. That's all. And it intrigues me. Ooh, look at that. Artificer's orbs are rare. Oh my god. That is a slightly harder enemy. He's very fast. And he has a periodic invulnerability aura, so you die first. As far as you can die first. Alright, down he goes. Ouchies.
Out of mana.
Okay, aged cuffs. That's new. But I got no space for that, so whatever. However, we do have these superior items, which I think, honestly, I'd like to keep more than the other ones. Should probably portal back and sell some stuff. Actually, I'm going to do that as soon as we're done here. I'll portal back, and I'll also talk to people, because maybe they have something to say now that I'm in the manor. And we encountered this candle mass thing. And some of Geonor's doubts. And more evidence of his brutality. That. But first, we'll salvage bench the superior items. Hold on, you can salvage... Oh, because it's socketed. Perfect. We want the Artificer Shard. All of them that we can get. So this doesn't work. Makes sense. Oh, this was not superior, so I just brought this along for no reason. Why did I think it was superior? Whatever.
How is the...
do I need gold or...
Never at it. Later.
Got 4,000.
What have you learned?
Honestly, I'm gonna actually take the gold anyways.
Take a punt. Yeah, sure. I'll take it off your hands.
So we can get rid of all of those. I don't need them anymore. I will keep the ring.
Later.
So as you can see, I've organized my stash tabs. This thing I will, I think, throw onto my extra gems here, because don't need it now. Back into the manor we go. Actually, quick... Oh, Count Geonor.
If you intend to face the Count, I must warn you. An ancient, corrupting power has driven him to madness. There is no telling what you may find within the walls of the manor. Where the seed of corruption takes root, life bends itself into unnatural shapes, and the minds of men grow fevered. Though you may face horrors beyond comprehension, it is this seed that is the true danger at the heart of the manor.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yes?
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 If you
Okay. Nobody has anything new to say. So we're gonna head down and check whatever's happening. Nah. I only got one of these. I'm gonna hold on to it.
Putrefy.
Beautiful. Rogue armor. Alright, where are we now? There's a big open area.
I need more mana.
Ah, you're an elite. Elemental resistance.
Death
Joke's
is
on
my
you. I
power
don't use
to
those.
wield.
Okay, down we go. Okay, checkpoint. Always good. So, we're getting into the excavated areas, so I reckon we're gonna start to see more fucked up shit. As if this wasn't bad enough. My God. Superior pelt mantle. That's new. Yes, is armor and energy shield. God, if you can just keep the chain going, it's so good. Basically, don't have to cast Contagion again. Obviously, that works with the curses too, but doesn't usually last that long to keep the chain going. Okay, remember how I said Orbs of Alchemy might not be a thing? There the game goes, proving me dead wrong. So I'm gonna... I guess they do the same thing. Yeah, upgrades a normal item to a rare item with 4 random properties. So it's basically just the same as using all of the orbs in one. Which makes sense then that this is rarer. What does it look like? Looks different. The orbs all look different, which is why it's a bit confusing. I don't immediately recognize them like I did. And unfortunately, I will say they do all look kind of similar. They all have the faces on them. I kind of wish they kept the old distinction between them, because they used to look quite a bit different from each other. Maybe that's something they'll change later down the line. Not sure if other people feel that way. Let me know what you guys feel. Do you like the look of the new orbs, or do you prefer the old ones?
Don't stop. The beast hungers.
Is that the beast? Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, he just got pulled through. Oh, just pulled straight through the bars.
Gruesome.
Witch likes it. No, Witch, why are you like this? So we're approaching the end area here, so I'm actually going to double back here and see if there's any, like, lore or secrets that we've missed here. I don't see anything in the map. It's just to get to Count Geonor, but you never know. I don't think so, but whatever. We'll kill a few more enemies. Maybe we'll even get a level up before we go into the fight. And I can make use of Lingering Horror, which would be not all too bad. Nope, don't think we're gonna get the level up unless there's something back here. Well, okay, hold on. There might be. No. Then we'll level up after the fight, I suppose. Okay, chest here. Scroll of Wisdom. All right, that's it. We're going in. We need to stop this madness. Or, which is more like, I want to learn what this count's been doing so that I can do it myself, but better. Oh, hold on. This is not to the arena, but to somewhere else. Ooh, perfect. There was a little bit of extra lore here. And some gold for our efforts. Torture log. Okay, I guess I have to read this.
Even after 6 hours on the rack, the Provost refuses to give me the names of the men who escaped from their own failed coup attempt. Does he not realize the machinations of shape-changers are at work here? I do not doubt Connell's loyalty, only his intellect. The shape-changers are obvious in their tactics. They are untrained in the art of deception. They fidget, they sweat. They are constantly afraid of being singled out or questioned. That is how I identify them. They are less than human. A human being is winsome, even beautiful, but these creatures belie that recognition of kin. The closer I look, the more I see that they are no more than bones carrying bags of flesh under an oozing membrane of skin. Peel away that covering and the disgusting truth is revealed. They must be thrown into the pit and out of sight. Let the seed consume those flayed abominations.
All right, let's go face the boss. Raised guards.
Weakness.
Husband, this interloper has the power we need.
Oh, they're
Kill
there.
her, and you shall have everything I promised.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
Not if I take yours first.
Count Geonor.
Easy prey.
We'll see about that.
Kneel.
Okay.
You'll pay with your life.
I reckon this is gonna be a multiple phase fight. This feels too easy for now.
Escape.
Okay, he does have a very fast attack that's not easily dodgeable. Worked that time though.
You'll pay with your life.
It's good, he does frost damage with the sword. So our charm here is gonna work. Okay, so this is some sort of connection to the first ones. This is absolutely first one sorcery happening here. Ouch. And he's summoning the werewolves. Interesting. So they're here because of him. Ow! What is that? That's his sword. That was close.
Ragnar, to me, you will falter. Oriana, open the cage. Release the beast.
Oh.
Give me what you promised.
Uh-oh. Double
I
fight?
think not. I expected so much more.
Oh, shit.
Since you are too weak to do the job, I'll find someone who can. Goodbye, husband.
You manipulative whore. How dare you abandon me after all I've given you?
Oh, shit.
Solstice of pain.
Ooh. That looks cool. There's a bit of a graphical glitch there, but And indeed, second phase. I like that he does cold damage. We're actually resistant to that a little. Okay. We're not that resistant. Hey, this is like what fucking...
Tooth and claw. Tortured under the moon.
There's definitely some graphical problems here, but...
Suffered but endured. And howled now in tune.
Okay, I might be taking damage here. Okay, this is difficult.
None old. And their endless hunger grew ever stronger.
Wow. Yeah, that was difficult. I couldn't get the lineup of the abilities. I really need a projectile piercing on Essence Drain. Because I couldn't line anything up. I was just basically panic rolling. Hopefully the transformations will trigger without the graphical glitches this time. So that was a bit unfortunate. Otherwise, first stage is pretty easy. So let's go again. Oh, he doesn't have his workers anymore.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself!
Not if I take yours first.
Easy prey.
He looks cool.
You'll pay with your life. No escape. First one's iron.
More mana.
Kneel.
More mana.
Okay, I would like to land you guys with the curses, but they're a little bit too mobile. Yeah, just afraid of that. Okay, are you guys... I feel like they're not getting cursed.
You'll pay with your life.
Oh no, they're just dying. Okay, when they do that. Alright.
Dawn's frost.
He's calling out his moves like an anime character. Okay, that looked better. That was a gnarly looking creature.
As night falls.
Yeah, alright, so this phase is difficult.
Winter's chill.
Okay, I can now do this. And then we're gonna get the curse blasts going.
Through an endless night.
Damn it, get out of here.
They wither.
These guys are,
tarry.
He's fucking me up.
Forsaken frosts.
Ow.
As cold as death.
Just need to keep my,
Of Beir's misery. The pack won't forget.
Oh, he healed. Fuck.
Desolation.
This guy's fucking cool.
Smell your blood.
Oh, man.
And I am ravenous. Solstice of pain.
Solstice of pain. Desolation.
Freezing.
Okay. I am getting,
I smell your blood. And I am ravenous.
No, not ideal. Okay, that was lucky. Oh no. That just rolled and then that hit. Thankfully I got out of the way. Or, no. I probably didn't. I just took him to my energy shield. Alright, here we go again. Fucking hell. Agnar the Impaler.
Swift
Agnar the Runge. Who are you talking about?
And imbued by the moon.
Damn. This is fucking cool.
Cursed or gifted.
Oh man, I'm getting clipped here.
Your veins soon chilled. Agnar shall slay again.
Alright.
I smell your blood. And I am ravenous. Chilling frost.
Oh boy.
Solstice of pain.
Oh no.
Chilling frost. I will take out your heart and savor each bite.
Okay. Mana. Oh shit.
I will take out your heart and savor each bite.
Really cool.
Your pulse
Damn it, it was too close. Okay, we gotta do this one more time.
The eternal impure, with bloodlust empowered.
Cast, I keep doing it, it doesn't work. The contagion, it did work that time though. Alright, I am gonna die. Oh no, don't push me in there. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. I do not want to die right now.
Then hour by hour.
Man, these guys have like serious push. Alright, cool. We didn't really do very well there. Oh boy.
And I am ravenous.
Okay, it's fine. No. Come on. We got him, I think. I have no mana though, so.
I will take out your heart.
I'm not gonna use my curses. Down he goes. Woo! That was close. Oh. Hello.
Allow me to clear your mind, if only for a moment.
Are you Sin?
The madness. It consumed my being. Oriana used it against me. Where has she taken the beast? I found messages from the desert. From the Vastiri? Yes. Find her. Kill her. But first, please, stop the madness. As you wish.
Oh, he just reached into his heart and froze it. That is so cool.
Let us return to Clearfell to make our preparations.
Oh, and he just backs into the portal like that. Oh man, the hooded one is fucking cool. All right. Okay, that was awesome. All right, somber gloves. What do we got here? That's pretty good. Certainly better than what we're wearing. All right, worthwhile kill. What's our energy shield at now? Quite a lot. Face mask, a lace hood. Ah, it's a new type of hood. Hoods are evasion rating in this case. Oh, look at that. That's like a, yeah, Vastiri or a Marrakesh style helm. Love the Middle Eastern. It's like a mix of Greek and Middle Eastern there. Looks great. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, I see Middle Eastern armor aesthetic, and I'm like, yep, I'm sold. Done. So we can go back to the encampment. Yeah, just return to Clearfell encampment. All right, that was a fun fight. You got the kind of the 3 stages, and the one stage, the final one also has like 3 stages, but admittedly the final stage, the different stages in that are all the same. Oh, they're getting ready to move. Maybe. No, was this always here? Maybe this was always here. They're moved now in a different place. Okay. First things first. You get salvaged. Anything else? No.
It's not time to kill them all yet.
Let's talk to the hooded one.
We must pursue Oriana. The seed of corruption has begun to grow, but there is still a chance that we can end this before it is too late. The fledgling beast is leaving corruption in its wake, so we have a trail to follow.
Yeah.
When you are ready to part from this place, we can leave immediately.
Okay. Couple of theories. So Sin, which is one of the gods, created the beast, which means obviously it can be recreated. So I reckon this Oriana was able to discover how to do it. Oriana. Am I supposed to remember that name from somewhere? I feel like I feel like that's a character from PoE 1, but maybe not. No, perhaps not. I don't think there was one from the Vistiri Desert, or Marrakesh, so she doesn't necessarily have to be a Marrakesh, she just came from the desert. She could be from somewhere else, but then was there for a while. Yeah. It's the Beast. They are attempting to recreate the Beast. To what end? Well, the Beast has the ability to shape reality, and the one who controls the Beast can use the Beast's power to shape reality in the image they choose. Malanthae, as warped and twisted as he was, had the Beast transmogrify reality into a living nightmare, which is what happened to Rayclast and why it was also cursed. This Oriana doesn't seem very nice either, so if she has control of a full-fledged Beast, it's probably going to be pretty bad, so we should stop her. Or rather, we should kill her and take the Beast for ourselves, says Malanthae the Witch. Let's talk to everybody.
Count Geonor is dead. I never thought there'd come a day when such a statement brought relief. We can finally start rebuilding our poor, damaged Ogham. It's going to be a long and difficult struggle, but it's not nearly the first time we Ezamites have had to rise from the ashes.
What about the village?
The thought of our village on fire. Oh, my heart feels heavy. We'll get back there someday. Reclaim our lands, rebuild, mark my words. Part of me is angry I wasn't there to defend the place, but I know I was needed by these good folks far more.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what would have happened if they'd been out here, defenseless.
You did good. What about Count Geonor?
The Count's name will not be remembered in our songs.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Indeed. That little spark of lucidity at the end does not excuse what he did.
Stick to the cairns.
You know, even if it's somebody else that's corrupting you and making you do these twisted things, ultimately, you're your own master. I mean, unless there's literally something supernatural controlling you. But I don't think there was in this case. There may have been a supernatural influence over him, but it's up to him to listen to that influence or not. And, well, he sure listened to it, and that's on him. So, indeed, good riddance.
You've done well, stranger. No, you are no stranger now. You have become part of our song's story, and I shall sing it proudly.
All right.
The darkness that crept upon our lands has been forced to flee, and I have a feeling you will pursue it to the end of the world. Good luck to you.
I sure will pursue it to the end of the world, though not for the reasons you hope. What are you gonna do in Clearfell?
This is home now. Our songs tell of times of renewal, when bloodshed, strife, and courage forge stronger bonds. That is how we will regard this era of Ogham, and how we will remember you in our songs.
All right. I mean, it's a
shadows haunt us both.
decent enough place to start over. You got plenty of timber with the forest around. You got a source of fresh water. You got some livestock. You can easily carve out a little area, sow it, make a little bit of a farmland. What, Finn? You have nothing to say?
The clan leaders are all dead, but there's one man who remains with the leadership to carry on. Renly will take good care of us.
Ah, okay.
This is his nature. We'll be just fine, hero. You can ride on out of here with your head held high. Seriously, though, I hope you return someday. If only to guard my back. See you.
See you too, Finn. All right. This is going to be where we end today's episode. In the next episode, we'll be venturing on into Act 2. Hope you've enjoyed it. Drop this video a like if you have. And thanks to everybody that's been watching. It, you know, this series hasn't been getting a huge amount of viewership, which is unfortunate, but I think I'm going to go through with it anyways. It's fun. It's fun to, you know, talk about while I'm playing. It's, you know, a way for me to enjoy the story and speculate about it in a way that is, different than how I would if I was just doing it by myself, in my own head, with my own thoughts. It's a scary place in there. All right, everybody. Catch you in the next one. Ash Heritor out.